What's up, everybody? So we're back on the shop with another daily vlog, and in this episode we're going to be focusing on the old post-apocalyptic cleaver, the little knuckle duster cleaver that we have going on right now. In this episode we're going to focus primarily on getting the pinholes drilled in the tang for the pins and getting the bevels done on this. That's going to be the primary focus because it is a little bit later in the day and I want to get something accomplished here, and I think that those two things are plenty. Tomorrow I'll focus on the heat treat process and get that part going. But for now, we need to go ahead, mark out our pinhole locations, then get these drilled out. So let's go ahead, get over to the workbench and start marking some stuff out. So now we need to go ahead and get our pinholes marked. Now, I'm only going to put the handle scales from right here to right here, basically just where my hand is going to end up being, so that we have a little bit of exposed steel here for some action. So we're going to have that set up. Basically all I'm going to do is just come off an even amount from the front and from the back and then get everything centered up. So I'm thinking I'll probably do, let's do 1/2 inch back. Go about right there. So about 1/2 inch. And then we're just going to split the difference. Now we're going to see how accurate I was by eye. Absolutely on the money. That little mark right there. Again, right on the money for that right there. So for both of those. Not bad for some eyeball measurements right there. Now, on some of the scales, a lot of people will do where they have the height going up here, they'll actually mark it just a hair high, so that after you get done shaping this section right here, it kind of centers it up. Because what ends up happening is whenever you start shaping the handles, the back tends to be more square and the bottom tends to be more round. So what ends up happening is the lines end up being a little bit straighter here and then rotating up here for where their scales actually are. So if you were to, let's use this right here. So if you were to take this particular handle right here, and you can see got some pinholes marked right in the center, and you were to shape this, typically you're going to have it rounded kind of like where that finger shoulder area is. Whenever it comes time to contour, you're going to have it kind of like that so that your hand is able to wrap around it, because this area is square or squarer and this area is rounded. So what ends up happening is this top part might only drop just a hair, but that bottom part comes up quite a bit. So if you look at this, you wouldn't see much of this because where the shadow is, so it looks like that pin is dropped down. But if you were to split the difference here and put the pin a little bit higher, it would actually center in this little area. So a lot of people will come up, you know, 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch higher on their pinholes to compensate for handle contouring and making it look center later. So just something to think about. But for this one, we're going right in the center because I'm going to have a pretty simple contour on these handles. I'm not going to go super crazy with the contouring in the finger area and all that. But let's go ahead, get these punched, and then get them drilled out. So now we're going to go ahead and scribe our edge. Just mark it with a marker. And then I'm going to use one of my newer things, this little scribing tool right here. All I did was I set it for the height that I want my center edge to be. And then we're just going to take and drag it down the edge. Just like so. So we're going to start off with the worn 36 grit belt to go ahead and grind to our center line that we have right here. We're just going to put a 45-ish degree angle. Basically, we're just looking for a steep angle. We're using a worn belt so that we don't knock all that good grit off of a brand new belt on this 90-degree angle. Once we get this broken right here, we're going to go ahead and switch to a brand new belt and finish out our bevels with it. Now, when it comes to my plunge line jig, I got a little lucky, and it lines up perfectly with my ricasso area right here, with the bolt going through the handle and over the top here. So it's going through the little guard area. That just kind of worked out perfectly to be able to line up with that. So we're going to go ahead, knock that corner off, and then start going from there with the bevels. So doing this does two things. For one, it gets us to where that edge is knocked off so that we can start working with our new belt, but also defines that cutting edge. We grind all the way back to those lines that we marked in there, so we know the edge is nice and centered. We can just pretty much hog off all the material as long as we don't go any narrower than that right there. So now I'm going to switch to a new belt, and we're going to go ahead and start grinding in the bevels and bringing them all the way up to the spine here. Alright guys, let's go ahead and wrap this daily vlog up here with some of that. I mean, how cool does that look now that it has the bevels on it? Isn't that just wicked? I mean, that is just, God, that is insane. Got that transition line going from the flats down into the bevels. That is just so cool. The texture looks awesome. It's just something else. That is going to be one wicked, wicked post-apocalyptic duster cleaver. Knuckle dust and cleaver. God, I cannot wait to actually finish this so that I can chop stuff and punch stuff with it. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be absolutely crazy. but that's going to be fun. So what we need to work on tomorrow is getting this heat treated, do the normalizing cycles, doing the whole heated up quenching process. That's what we're going to work on tomorrow. So guys, hope y'all are excited about that. If y'all would, give this video a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet and you're already at this point in the video. You might as well subscribe because you're still here. Guys, y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there, and I will catch y'all tomorrow.